What's good, homies? Welcome back to another episode in our South Sydney Rabbitohs rebuild series. We're back in the NRL, getting ready to take on the Newcastle Knights here at McDonald Jones Stadium. As far as lineups go, we've made no changes, and honestly I don't think we'll be making any changes unless people get suspended or injured. Yeah, anyway, we're in round 3 and this is what the ladder looks like right now. So we're currently second in the league with back-to-back wins to start the season, as are the Knights, but they're in third position. One of us will be collecting an L today. Whether it be us or the Knights, we'll soon find out. As we take a look at their lineup here, and it's pretty much their 2017, or what would have been their 2017 lineup. Alright, so welcome back. The last time I tried to edit this video was like last Thursday, I think, but I just couldn't do it. I was too sick. Pretty much arrested for Thursday and Friday, and I was going to start back up on Saturday, but I went to watch the game at my brother's house on Saturday, which was a pretty dope game. Talking about that Samoa vs Tonga game that was on, from the pre-game rituals to the actual match itself, all around it was just great entertainment. There was a lot of pride and passion poured onto the field that day. It was just, I don't know how else to explain it, but it was just a beautiful thing to witness. As we jump right into the action here against the Knights, attacking their line inside their 10 here. As Musgrove gets wrapped up, we've got a set up to the right here. We send it to Walker. Walker links up with George Burgess, who runs over the top of one defender, and he's going to get pulled down just 5 meters away from the try line. Little setup to the left here, as we send it to Walker once again, and then we feed it out to Aaron Gray on the wing, who scores our first try of the game. A pretty simple try, a soft try led in by the Knights. A couple of short passes. I thought it was Walker with the final pass, but it was actually Angus Crichton who will pick up the try assist. As Gray crosses over on the replay, and we're going to get set to take the kick with Adam Reynolds. I don't know what it is, but I've actually been struggling to convert points with Reynolds. I don't know if it's just a timing thing or what, but I've missed quite a few goals already. But I think the more I play on a consistent basis, like all things, I'll eventually get better with time and practice. As the Knights go in a nice little attacking phase here, with Jamie Bureau wrapped up outside our 10-meter line, as they send Lamb crashing into the line. Man, I wish we could just put the shots on those halves that take on the line. That's one thing I wish they didn't change in the patch. If a half just takes it to the line like that, no footwork or anything, you should be able to put a big hit on them. Not necessarily make them spill the ball every time, but they should be punished with just a plain old big hit, or even just a driving tackle. Anyway, they earn the repeat set, and they're back on the attack inside our 40. As they go short right to Hodkinson to Kenny Dow, gets around one defender, and he's going to get wrapped up just inside our 30. A nice little scoot here by Kosh Jason, who passes back in field to Wardle, and they're going to cough the ball up here. Some unnecessary passing. Kosh Jason was in space and decided to throw it back inside, which was a bad move as George Burgess fends off one defender, and he's going to get wrapped up on our 30. Second tackle here. We go to Reynolds. He links up with Walker through the gap.
Oh, kill him!
As we step in field, a beautiful sidestep. Love that animation there. We had their fullback grasping at thin air as we finally get pulled down 12 meters out from the try line. Cook at dummy half. He sends it to Sam Burgess. Burgess runs over one defender and gets an offload away, but we're going to get wrapped up inside the 10. As we send it to the right, looking for the outside-inside play, and it works perfectly there for Sam Burgess as he scores our second try of the game. That was a perfect finish to a great attacking set. From the lead-up play between the two halves there, I think it was Reynolds who put Walker through the gap, and then the play to finish it off. A beautiful outside-inside ball as Sam Burgess scores the second try of the game, and we're going to go up by 8 points. As we get set to take the conversion from right in front, an inevitable 2 points coming up. I don't know why this is taking so long. I should have cut this up, but we're going to nail the 2-pointer from right in front, and we're going to go up by 10 points. Alright, so we're 25 minutes in, back with the Knights in attack as we make a few changes, and it's going to be Hodkinson who gets rid of it early here on the 4th. I try and shepherd it past the dead ball line, but as you can see, it pulls up nicely there. We scoop it up with Inglis, and Inglis gets rocked in the tackle, loses the ball forward, And it's going to be the Knights here in prime position to score some points. A massive loose carry there by Inglis. Not too sure who it was that laid him out, but also a nice hit as Lamb takes it to the line. Tries to throw a dummy, but he gets wrapped up inside the 10. They go right to Bureau. Bureau off the drawing pass. And it's going to be Jalen Feeney getting wrapped up. As they go out the back to the left. Back to Bureau once again, who gets pulled down just before the try line here. Again they go to the left to Brock Lamb. This time it's going to be the annoying drop down animation as they set up to the video ref to check the grounding. But you'll find that Brock Lamb does get the ball down right on the line and scores Newcastle's first points of the match. Now I'm not that annoyed about the animation itself, but if you look at the defending player that he actually beat to ground the ball, it just doesn't make any sense at all. George Burgess it was. George or Tom Burgess, one or the other. Brock Lamb shouldn't be scoring in that situation. As Hodgkinson adds the extras, and they're going to get within 4 points. Alright, so we're 35 minutes into the game, and we're with the Knights here with an attacking scrum. They send it to Feeney, Feeney to Gagai, and Gagai's going to get held up. Finally pulled down just 40 meters out from our try line. As they run it through Jalen Feeney through the gap here, and he's going to get around Greg Inglis at the back as he scores their second try of the game. And Newcastle tie the game up with a few minutes remaining in the half. Beautiful footwork there by Jalen Feeney. So I kind of stuffed up during the first edit and I ended up cutting out the goal kick, but he did make the kick. And it'll be Newcastle heading into the break with a 2-point lead, 12 points to 10. As we take a look at the halftime stats here, the biggest letdown there, as you can see, 3 errors, 2 penalties conceded. As for our defense, I thought it was pretty solid, only missing 5 tackles. Alright, so we're back in the second half here, and we do have a couple of things to work on. The biggest thing is our discipline, as we start things off in the second half with the Knights in attack. Inside our 40 here with the whole set remaining up their sleeve. A beautiful inside ball to Bureau as Bureau gets wrapped up just inside our 10. Second tackle here for the Knights. As they shift it to the right side, Hodgkinson out to Feeney, who steps between 2 defenders for the Knights' third try of the game. Just some brilliant attack on display by the Newcastle Knights here. As we take another look on the replay, just some beautiful footwork there to get between Walker and Goodwin. There's going to be quite a few all-killer moments in the post-production and a couple of slaps and whatnot as Hodgkinson converts and pushes their lead out to 8 points. Not much action really in the second half here as we enter the final 10 minutes, 6 minutes remaining in the match. In order to collect that W, we have to score twice. As we try to work our way outside of our own 20, a nice run by Crichton who finds support in Damien Cook, and he's going to get pulled down inside the 40. On the second tackle here, we go to Sam Burgess, links up with Walker, Walker of the drone pass to Gray. A little bit of room to move down this left edge as he steps his way around Jalen Feeney at fullback. Eventually gets rounded up from behind. Beautiful footwork once again by Damien Cook, the live wire hooker. As we inch our way closer to the try line, on the 4th we go to Clark, he sends it to Walker, Walker to Burgess, out to Sutton, a beautiful short ball to Highmore Hunt, who takes his chances, charging towards the try line, and we are going to get a little drop down animation of our own to score a crucial try here in the 76th minute. So the ref sends it up to the bunker to review the grounding, and as you can see here on the replay, we just make it to the try line. A massive effort there by Highmore Hunt there, taking on Jalen Feeney, and we're going to get the green lights as we take another look at what actually happened in the lead up to the try. Alright, so off the play the ball was just a series of passes here that made its way out to Highmore Hunt. A beautiful short ball from Sutton to Hunt, who got around his opposite, and then from 3 or so meters out from the try line, he manages to power his way onto the line itself to get the 4-pointer. Alright, back with Reynolds to take the shot at goal. Doesn't really matter if he misses or not. We still need to score some more points, or one more try at least, to try and get that W for us. As we miss the kick with Reynolds, back at the kickoff here. As Hodgkinson sends it long, Greg Inglis decides to take it to the line himself, and we're going to get pulled down inside the 20. Looking to try and put a play together, but they're not setting up for the play that I want. As we send Goodwin through the gap, throws a dummy back inside, and he's pulled down inside the 40. Second tackle, just a few minutes remaining as we try and shift it wide. The fat lady starts singing, we try and get an offload away, but it's going to get intercepted by the Knights, and we're going to collect our first L of the season here in round 3 against the Newcastle Knights. I've got nothing much to say about the performance itself, but I guess it's better to lose this early in the comp than to lose at a crucial time. I feel like our overall performance was decent, but those errors really let us down, and those 2 penalties conceded. Anyway, Jalen Feeney picks up man of the match, and before we jet, we're going to take a look at the individual player stats for you guys to cast your votes on who you thought were the top performers of the match. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you, and let me know in the comment section down below with the hashtag OddSquadFAM. As always, drop that like button for more Rugby League Live 4 content or more content in general. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you
like I come up, she a savage.
Later.
Baby, don't be shy. You don't even need a reason.